Hey Earth Signs, welcome back. Welcome if you are new. This is going to be a reading for my Earth Signs, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I do consider these weekly readings timeless, so whenever you're guided here, just trust that it is the right time. As always, I always like to set the intention that everyone that's meant to be here will find their way here, and there will be some kind of message to uplift, heal, or inspire. May these cards represent the highest order of truth and bring clarity. Tapping into Earth Signs. Earth Signs. Is this an initiation for my Earth Signs? Before I started, I was getting the word vulnerability. Excuse me, oh my gosh. And now we're getting the initiation with the Earth Star Chakra. This feels very expansive. Earth Star Chakra initiation is number 1. You could feel more connected to the earth at this time. This is the energy of oneness, of collective consciousness. Some of you guys could be anchoring in some transmissions from the higher realms here. This is sacred earth knowledge that's being expanded, being delivered, and being integrated. This is integration of the sacred, of the divine. Some of you guys could be working with like the grid lines, different vortexes, portals, magnetic areas, or feel guided to. But this is an initiation. You're standing at a gateway into the unknown with trust in your heart and an ancient remembering in your soul and inner illumination to light the way. You have access to the seed of creation, the spark of existence, and the codes that hold the blueprints of who and what we are. This place is clear and grounded, despite moving through multi-dimensional realms and being able to bridge worlds while functioning in physical reality. The higher you reach for the divine and the realms of spirit, the more important it is to anchor deeply to the earth. You may want to explore some clearing meditations, self-energy work, and put intention into the meaningful parts of your life. Find ways to balance your life. Be aware of the times of day that are more conducive to different states of consciousness, like, flow, meditation, productivity. This is the integration of spirit and the eternal self. So how do you balance spiritual and physical reality? And this is actually a chakra, an energy center that we hold, and it's actually at the feet. Well, it's 30 centimeters below the feet is the Earth Star Chakra. And then we've got number 49, which breaks down to a 13, which is such a powerful number that's really been hidden and condemned, but it's the number of the divine feminine. And this is the infinite, the eternal life force. This represents the cycles of growth. It's the rising from the ashes. It pertains to the many deaths and rebirths within one's life. You are so much more than your physical body. The beings in Lemuria were said to have lived for many hundreds of years, and they were only partially incarnated. Their bodies were much lighter, less physically actualized, and less affected by aging. They were also aware of their infinite nature. The Lemurians were multi-dimensional beings, and they regularly transverse realms other than the physical, including places before and after death. And as we become more aware that we're so much more than our physical bodies, we experience a sense of the eternal. The fear around death gives way to recognizing new beginnings, so we remember what's real and focus on what we wish for in this life. Whatever we believe will happen when our body goes back to the earth, we can live to the fullest while we're here in this incarnation. Some of you may feel like you've led many lives and expressed many different faces to the world. But we can experience many, many deaths and rebirths as we allow outdated parts of ourselves to fall away. When we choose to align our lives with spirit, we may find we experience more of these many deaths. And they can be daunting, but they're fast tracking our growth to prepare us for the shining new chapter that beckons us. Right? So there is a rebirth taking place here, which also means that there's also an ending. And we're going to get some tarot out here. But we got the life force energy I just want to touch on really quick. 34 breaks down to a 7. 7 is a very logical number, so you could be kind of in your head, but it's also a very spiritual number. And this is your energy. It's Reiki, it's healing energy. It's God force, right? It's about your optimum health and being vibrantly alive and thriving. It's about utilizing Eden, the body, as a temple and bringing earth into balance. It's cell rejuvenation. It's the love of the land. So this is about maximizing your life force energy in everything that you do. And in order to do that, sometimes you have to let go of old ways of being, old ways of relating, old ways of eating and drinking. And this is an initiation, earth signs. The earth, the infinite, is literally expanding you at this time. All right, so tap into your life force. If you'd like the extended version of this reading, make sure you're on my YouTube channel. I love you guys. All right. Sorry, I just decided last minute I was going to break this video in half so that I could post it also on my TikTok. So, welcome back. All right. Earth signs. Look, as I say earth signs, this is earth energy. This came out sideways. So there is a completion here that's in the midst. I feel like you're in the middle of some kind of completion. And we've got the devil here, which speaks to your shadow self. It speaks to the areas of life in which are restrictive. It speaks to destructive behaviors. Also speaks to materialism, codependency, toxicity. We got the Emperor, which is stability. It's father energy. Some of you guys could be working with through some father paternal wounds at this time. But you are protected here. What you focus on at this time is going to make a difference. Where you put your life force energy, where you put your focus. Whether it's on fear, anxiety, despair, or truth, clarity, balance. The Justice card speaks to the law of cause and effect. What you do has an effect. Everything that you do, to every cause there's an effect. To every effect there's a cause. This is the scales of judgment. There's new ideas coming in. Stay curious. There could be a bit of some restless energy. It's mental energy that needs to be tamed. But rely on your intuition, on your divinity, on your feminine energy. The divine feminine is powerful in this reading. This is the beginning of something new. And as I'm recording this, we had the new moon in Cancer yesterday. And this is water energy and moon energy. And the moon is actually ruled, or Cancer is actually ruled by the moon. So it's a very powerful energy when we have a new moon or a full moon in Cancer. And the moon is our inner being, right? So there's a lot being revealed. I recommend, if this is resonating, that you check out that reading, the new moon in Cancer. This is about trusting yourself and trusting your morals and what you're feeling guided to do. Sometimes you have to take a stand for yourself. You have to defend yourself in order to maintain control. This may be a bit of a challenging time. However, you're actually stepping into mastery. For some of you, you could be dealing with some secrets as well, or some secretive energy for you or someone around you. We got the Ten of Cups out here, though. This is blissful relationships coming in as a result of you trusting in yourself and persevering. This is contentment coming in, fulfillment. This is the era where your dreams really start to come true. And again, you are loved and you are supported here. What you give always comes back. That's the law of cause and effect as well. So what you're giving, the energy that you're putting out, what you're sharing, is all coming back to you. There's healing here. We do have the King of Wands, so be on the lookout for any impulsiveness. Right? Bring yourself back into your High Priestess energy if you're feeling impulsive. Into your sacred knowledge, into your inner wisdom. Into your life force energy, and remind yourself what you truly want to focus on. There are gifts and opportunities, some happy surprises that are just around the corner here. Could even be some new love interests for some of you. Let's see. I'm going to get a card from the Mystical Shaman to wrap this up for my earth signs. Thank you. Ooh, we've got the Medicine Wheel and the Crow. The Crow is your magic. It's also number 13. Again, the number of the divine feminine. And the Crow is the keeper of universal law, the law of truth. Some of you may want to research universal law. Crow teaches us to walk our talk and to find congruence between who we say we are and who we really know ourselves to be. This winged one insists that we speak truth and that we create truth instead of searching for it, and that we bring truth to every situation we find ourselves in. When you speak the truth and practice truth, eventually everything you say becomes true. Your power to co-create with truth is universal law. So correct what's untrue in your life without judgment, and let the truth set you free. Be true to your word. Crow sometimes arrives just as we've convinced ourselves that what we're doing is right or justified. And while this might be the case in the realm of relative truth, in the higher realm of absolute truth, it's not. So look deeply into your heart and remain alert. You might, because you don't want to convince yourself of something that isn't actually deeply true for you. And there's the yeses in the background. Yeah, be careful. Some of you guys might actually convince yourself of something that's not true for you, or perhaps not the highest truth. So don't seduce yourself with illusions, all right? And then we have number 35, which breaks down to an 8. 8 reminds us of the connection of all things, the infinity on its side. The medicine wheel, probably one of the most powerful cards in this deck. The medicine wheel is a sacred... My bad, I have to pin this together again. I don't know what happened. Anyway, coming back. The medicine wheel is probably one of the most powerful cards in there. It's the sacred hoop with the 4 cardinal directions, and it represents the cycle of life, the cycles of nature, and the circular pattern of our cosmos. It's been used for millennia in indigenous cultures to bring harmony and well-being to the village. Its directions symbolize the 4 steps that the shaman takes to become a person of power and wisdom. So to manifest clear blue skies in your life, the invitation here is it's important to look at certain aspects of your being. Reflect on how you're still clinging to events from the past. That's the medicine wheel in the south. You continue to the west. Notice which relationships are toxic and drain yourself. You can step into the north and ask, do I know my passion and show it? Do I know my self-worth? At the east, you end and you could visualize how you want to live the next chapter of your life. And it's up to you how much time you spend in each direction. Minutes, days, months. When you're done, make sure you step outside the wheel and contemplate your journey. But the medicine here is saying you must not postpone your healing journey any longer. It can be difficult to start, but it's time to find the inner strength to step into the medicine wheel, or you might lose your opportunity. There are many ways, many paths. Just choose the one you resonate with most. And once you found it, the only mistake you can make is not to follow it. All right. Thank you guys so much for liking and sharing and commenting, subscribing. This is on the bottom of the journey with the all-seeing owl. You've got this. All right, this is part of your path. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting. Let me know you're here in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. Do make sure you are subscribed and tap that notification bell if you'd like to be notified of upcoming videos. Love you guys.